stop pretending. I'll give you a chance considering we've been together for 7 years. I won't hold the past against you if you come back with me now. How many times have I told you not to call me Dad?
Sorry, Mr. Grimm.
It's fine if you don't like me, but Caleb is your son. Do you really have to hurt him like this?
You climbed into my bed and used this kid to tie me down. Is this your way to keep him from harm?
I've told you so many times over the years. You got drunk, so...
Enough! I'm not in the mood to hear this.
It's all my fault. Mom, Mr. Grimm, please don't fight.
Who said you could touch this? Huh? Keep an eye on your son. Don't let him touch what is not his.
So, he came back just to take the airplane toy. It's a gift for his first love, son. Does Caleb mean nothing to him? Caleb, don't cry. Caleb, if I take you away from him, will you come with me?
Can we stay? He hasn't let me call him Dad yet.
Caleb, he doesn't want us to stay in his house. So I'll take you away, okay?
Mom, can we give Mr. Grimm 3 chances? If he really doesn't want us, we will leave him forever.
Okay. Hugh, Caleb and I will give you 3 chances. After that, you'll no longer be part of this family.
Eve, are you really quitting?
Yeah, Caleb's dad is overseas. I'm taking him there so we can be together.
That's great. Raising a kid alone is tough. Eve, did you see that? Is Mr. Grimm finally dating a girl?
Fiona is really pretty. No wonder Hugh has been hung up on her. Even calling her name when drunk.
Who is she? She seems close to Mr. Grimm.
Could she be his future wife?
Starting today, Fiona will join the company as my personal assistant.
Eve, what will happen to you if she gets the job?
I'm leaving soon anyway. This is perfect.
I'm surprised the company allows this.
She gets special treatment.
Isn't Eve Mr. Grimm's PA? With Fiona here, won't that mean Eve is out?
No one has ever gotten a free pass like this before. We all have to work our way up.
Don't you think this woman looks familiar? I seem to have seen her before.
I think she's Mr. Green's first love. I heard they almost got married, but she suddenly disappeared. Mr. Green frequently drunk himself sick over her.
Hi everyone, I'm very happy to join Grimm Corp and become part of this family. I look forward to working with you. She has no right. Eve earned the PA position by landing countless big deals.
Everyone knows how capable Eve is, and now she's being pushing out. This is so unfair.
I feel bad for Eve.
You're not familiar with the place. Let me show you around.
Hugh, you have a lot to do. I won't take up your time. How about letting Miss Wilde show me instead?
I have a lot of work to do. I'm not free.
Well, then forget it.
Just give her a quick tour and go over the basics. It won't take much of your time.
Okay. This is the last stop. The meeting room.
Did you see that, Miss Wilde? No matter how hard you work, Hugh only cares about me. What? You don't want to hear it? Too bad. I'm not stopping. He only keeps you around for fun. The moment I call, he'll drop everything and fly abroad to see me.
Well, I wish you two a lifetime of happiness.
You're just a two-faced woman. Do you think I can't see that? Or you wouldn't have been pregnant. I feel sorry for your son. He is Hugh's kid, but Hugh only treats my son like his own. Do you know why?
Since you're so capable, why not get Mr. Grimm to marry you? You look nervous. What are you afraid of?
I'm afraid? anyone should be afraid, it's you.
Eve Wilde! Apologize.
You need to clear your head to see how clueless you've been.
Hugh, Miss Wilde didn't mean it. Don't blame her.
The cameras are on. Check the footage first before accusing me. 2 chances left.
Hugh, I'm really fine. Miss Wilde is probably just upset that I took her position. It's just a slap. Please don't fight because of me.
She's already bold enough to hit you. What's next? I have to teach her a lesson.
Carry on with your act, but I'm leaving.
Eve! If you walk away, I'll demote you to regular assistant.
As you wish.
What's wrong with Eve today? She's acting so differently.
Hugh, don't go after Miss Wilde. Can you come over to my place tonight?
Whatever you say.
Hugh, you're so good to me.
Spending the night with another woman? Caleb!
Mom, there's a parent-teacher meeting tomorrow. Can Dad come?
Not once in 7 years has he attended a parent-teacher meeting for our son. Why would he come this time? Caleb,
Mom, my classmates say I don't have a father. Can you please ask Dad to come this once, please?
Okay, I'll message him. Caleb has a parent-teacher meeting tomorrow. Are you free?
Mom, did Dad say he doesn't want to come? It's okay. I understand that he's busy.
Caleb.
I'm free. I'll come.
Caleb! Dad said he'll come.
That's great! Dad is finally coming to the parent-teacher meeting! Mom, my teacher said I did really well and made me the class leader this term. If Dad knows that, he'll like me more, right?
I just hope he doesn't stand us up.
Mom, Dad really came! He really came!
All right, let's go meet him.
Dad, you...
What did you call me?
Mr. Grimm, you're in the wrong seat. My seat is at the front. This is the first time Dad has kept his promise. This is amazing.
This is my seat.
Go away. She's my dad.
So, when he said he was free, it was to attend the meeting for Fiona's son.
Sam didn't mean it. I apologize on his behalf. Miss Wilde, are you also here for the parent-teacher meeting? Where's your husband?
My dad isn't in the country. He's busy, and I don't want to bother him. Mr. Grimm, my mom and I will leave now.
Caleb usually won't leave me alone, but he's keeping his distance today.
Mom, first he took that woman to the company to steal your position. And now he's here at the parent-teacher conference for her kid. Dad only has one chance left.
How did it come to this? My son is so heartbroken, but there's nothing I can do.
Thank you for taking the time to attend this parent-teacher meeting. I'm sure you're eager to hear about your child's progress. So let's begin.
Caleb, have you been behaving at school?
Quiet, please. After this semester's evaluations, we have chosen Caleb as the class leader. Caleb, would you like to say a few words?
Miss, I'm not good at speaking, so I'll pass.
Caleb, you're just too shy. Let's continue.
Caleb, I'm here. I'll always be by your side. Don't be upset.
Why did you come out so late? Let's go home together. By the way, Fiona's son's a transfer student and didn't get to compete for class leader. Let Caleb tell her teacher he's stepping down and give the spot to Sam.
As expected, every favor comes with a price. Just like this cotton candy.
Okay, Mr. Grimm.
Hugh, Sam isn't feeling well. Can you come and get us?
Dad!
Stay safe.
我可以学着冷漠，学着狠心，学着忘记，不让人发现。
Hugh, didn't correct Caleb this time. But this would be the last time Caleb called him Dad. Hugh, you won't find a light left on for you at home ever again.
Mom, we should board the plane now.
Okay. I wish you all the best. Let's go.
Eve, help me!
What's wrong?
The project with Mr. Lopez is going down to the final stage, but after hearing you were leaving, he refused to go through with it. If Mr. Grimes find out, I'll definitely get fired. Help me, please!
I shouldn't let someone else clean up the mess I left behind. Alright, I'm going back now.
Thank you, Eve. Thank you so much.
Caleb, I need to take care of something. We'll leave by tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Let's go. After wrapping things up with Mr. Lopez, I can leave for good. This is my seat. Miss Irvine, please move.
This is the closest seat to Hugh, and as his chief assistant, it only makes sense for me to sit here.
Sorry. If you want the seat, you can ask him. But right now, it's mine.
I'm sorry, Miss Wilde. Hugh already agreed to let me sit here. He also said you're just a regular assistant and don't deserve the seat. Your stuff is over there. Are you jealous? You look miserable now, but you keep acting like you don't care. Seeing Hugh attend the parent-teacher meeting for my son must have hurt. Stop pretending. I just need to shed some tears. And Hugh will do anything for me. Even your son had to give up his class leader position for mine. So, how did it feel when Hugh asked you to do that?
I can't imagine how sick Hugh would feel if he saw your true colors.
I'm just saying this to remind you of your place. Just get lost with your son. Don't ever show up in Hugh's life again. If not, I'll make things worse for you. Do you understand?
You're a trash can anyway. If you like this kind of garbage, take him.
You don't think I don't know what you're up to. Do you really think you can compete with me?
As if I care. Let me remind you, table turns. One day, you might be the one getting kicked out.
What are you doing? Fiona!
Hugh, why are you here?
Eve! When will you stop targeting Fiona?
Hugh, you misunderstood Miss Wilde. We were just playing a game.
I saw everything. You always go out of your way to defend her.
I really don't want you to fight because of me. It's my fault. Maybe I shouldn't have taken this job.
Stop blaming yourself for someone else's mistakes. Eve? What else do you have to say?
Hugh, you're downright stupid and blind.
Eve Wilde, how dare you talk back at me? I must have been too lenient, making you think you can step out of the line. You even hung up on me this morning. Do you know the responsibilities of an assistant? If Fiona hadn't stepped in, I would have lost billions of dollars. From now on, you're demoted to a regular employee.
So, he probably didn't see my messages and was busy with work.
Hugh, Miss Wilde is so competent. How could you demote her over such a small matter? I should just leave the company.
Being competent doesn't excuse her bad character.
But if she gets demoted because of this, I'll feel like it's my fault.
Don't think that way. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have known how despicable she is.
But...
Fiona, you always think about others. Can you put yourself first? What are you waiting for? Apologize!
Do you enjoy putting on and act so much?
Eve, I know you don't like me. If you're angry, take it out on me. I won't blame you.
As long as I am here, you don't need to bow to anyone.
But she's Miss Wilde. Whether she hits me or scolds me, I won't complain. Hugh, just pretend nothing ever happened and let her stay.
I'm going easy on her for not firing her.
Drop your act! I'll resign and make room for you.
Miss Wilde, you've worked here for so long. How can you just leave? If you're still upset, go ahead and hit me.
She better not!
She really hit me!
Eve, are you out of your mind? You hit Fiona right in front of me!
Those 2 slaps are for my son. I don't care if you slander me, but you made my son upset over the parent-teacher meeting and the class leader election. You deserve to be hit.
Eve Wilde!
This slap is for myself. You knew he was married, but you still seduced him. I despise homewreckers the most.
How can you say that about me?
Isn't it true? Others might not know he's married, but you do. Yet you still had him go for your place at night. Fiona, how shameless can you be?
It's not what you think. Hugh and I are innocent. Miss Wilde, I know you don't like me. I'll leave, okay? From now on,
don't try to provoke me. As I said, you can have that piece of garbage.
Garbage?
Hugh, I think Miss Wilde misunderstood something. She just stormed up to me, calling me a homewrecker and a trash can. She said, since I like garbage, I can have you.
Eve, I've had enough!
I also have had enough. After 7 years. When I think about how hard I worked to secure deals for you, I feel like a fool. I should have focused on my son. I won't do that anymore.
Miss Wilde, you can just hit me. Don't hurt Hugh.
Eve, landing a few big projects doesn't mean you can be arrogant and defiant.
Hugh, I'm the reason Miss Wilde acted this way. Don't blame her.
People like her won't learn to behave unless they're taught a lesson.
You two make me sick.
I didn't get 2 slaps for nothing. Eve, oh Eve. You're so full of yourself, but now you've screwed up. Serves you right.
Tell the project team to hand all the data to Eve. No one can help her. If she doesn't finish tonight, she can pack up and leave.
Mr. Grimm, the project data is massive. There's no way Miss Wilde can finish it in one night.
Then let her stay back. She has too much free time. It's already this late. Eve should be still in the office.
Mr. Grimm, here's your coffee.
Is Eve working overtime now? Has she learned her lessons?
Miss Wilde hasn't come back since this afternoon.
What?
She's been gone the whole time. Mr. Grimm, do you want me to find her now?
No need. Well, Eve, you are really something.
Are you ready, Caleb? We're leaving now.
I'm ready. Mom, our life will get better and better in the future.
Yes, it will. Let's go.
Have Eve bring me a cup of coffee.
Miss Wilde didn't come to work today either.
Eve's getting more and more outrageous. I need to put her in her place. Come in.
Hugh, this is your favorite coffee.
Why is it you?
Hugh, what's wrong? I'm your personal assistant now.
Just leave the coffee.
Hugh, I found a nice restaurant. Let's take Sam there for dinner tonight.
I have work to do.
But Sam has been wanting to eat out with us. Hugh. Are you feeling unwell? Do you need to see a doctor?
I wish you all the best.
Hugh, what's wrong? Is it a work issue?
Eve, what do you mean? Have you lost your mind? How dare you say something like that?
Sorry, the number you dialed is... Sorry, the number you dialed
Claims
is
to like
unavailable.
me, but the second Eve is gone, he starts panicking.
Sorry, the number you dialed...
Hugh, don't do this. You're scaring me.
Get back to your work.
Eve, if you're still around, I'll never be at ease.
Sorry, the number you dialed is currently unavailable.
Damn it! Eve, are you throwing a tantrum because you're jealous? Eve, I'm back. Are you happy now? Stop acting! Eve, calm down now, or I won't make peace again. Eve! Eve! My patience is wearing thin! She really didn't come back.
Down.
I don't think I've ever spent time with Caleb.
Sorry, the number you dialed is currently unavailable.
Eve, you have 10 minutes. If you don't call me back, we're getting a divorce.
So he still doesn't know. Caleb and I already left the country.
Eve, I thought you had some backbone. Eve, if you can't keep it up, just stop faking it. What's the point?
Hugh, it's me.
Why are you calling me this late?
Hugh, I just had a nightmare and I'm scared. Can you come over?
If you're scared, go to Sam. Let him stay with you.
But he's just a kid. Hugh, I need you here. Can you come?
I don't have time. Find someone else.
But you're the only person I can turn to.
Fine. Eve, you're the one who pushed me away. All right, I'm coming over.
I'll wait for you. Eve, let's see how you can compete with me.
Caleb, are you tired?
Mom, I'm not tired. What about you?
Me neither. Let's eat something before we rest, okay?
Okay.
Eve, what do you mean? Have you lost your mind? How dare you say something like that? Eve, you have 10 minutes. If you don't call me back, we're getting a divorce.
Eve, do you think ignoring my calls will change anything? Hugh is coming to be with me now. If I were you, I'd disappear for good. Instead of playing games to win him back. You don't stand a chance with me around. I should thank you for those slaps back then. They only made Hugh care about me more.
Caleb, do you see anything you like?
It's just a parent-teacher meeting. Can't she let it go already?
Dad!
Stay safe. Could it be because...
All right, eat slowly.
At that time, I rushed over, only to find out Sam was just hungry and craving fried chicken.
Hugh, I'm really sorry. You were supposed to go home with Miss Wilde and her kid, but because of me, I should go and apologize to her tomorrow.
No need. Your happiness is what matters.
Thank you. You're my lifeline.
If I take Caleb out for fried chicken, he'll definitely be thrilled. Come in. Eve has much better figure than her, but she always covers herself up.
Hugh, the client and the shareholders are all here. Let me go with you this time.
Okay.
All right. Oh no! Sam got his hands on the documents for the client yesterday. Did he? No. I put it away afterwards.
Are you okay?
Maybe I didn't sleep well last night.
Then go to bed early tonight.
Okay.
Mr. Grimm, long time no see.
Mr. Sutton, please have a seat.
Thanks. I have high hopes for this collaboration, since I know how competent you are. Eh? Isn't Miss Wilde your right-hand person? Don't tell me you found a replacement.
She is busy with something else.
Oh, I see. She's been amazing over the years. If she weren't working for you, I would have tried to poach her.
Mr. Sutton, if there are no other issues, let's sign a contract.
All right, sure. Huh? Mr. Grimm, what do you mean by this?
Sam really scribbled all over it. I should have checked. This kid.
Who prepared this contract? Even the basics aren't done right!
Who did this? I don't know. Yeah, right. Oh my God, Sam. Wow.
Call Miss Wilde here.
Mr. Grimm, Miss Wilde.
Mr. Grimm, if this is how your company operates, I don't see the need for us to collaborate.
I trust Fiona and her son so much, and this is how she repays me.
I'm sorry. I really...
Who do you think you are? I'm talking to Mr. Grimm.
Mr. Sutton, this was my oversight. I'll have a new contract prepared immediately. As a token of apology, I'll reduce the price by 3%.
Mr. Grimm, looks may be a nice bonus, but what really matters is competence. You sure found yourself a great assistant.
I don't understand why Mr. Grimm chose this eye candy over Miss Wilde. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Mr. Grimm, I didn't expect you to humiliate me like this. We're done here.
Mr. Sutton, this really is a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? This just shows that you never took Sutton Corp seriously. Rejecting me wasn't enough. You even made sure I saw that turtle next to my name to humiliate me. Unbelievable. This partnership is over.
What do we do now? Mr. Sutton is our major client. Without him, we'll lose billions in profit each year.
Hugh, I'm sorry. I never expected this to happen. What should I do?
Eve would never look at me like this. She's proud, always striving for perfection. No matter how difficult the task, she handles it with ease, whereas Fiona does nothing but cry and leaves me to clean up the mess.
If it were Eve, no, that wouldn't happen. She's meticulous, and Caleb is well behaved.
Where is Miss Wilde? Where did she go?
Hugh.
Just go out. Stay out of this from now on.
Hugh.
Get out! That sounds like an order.
Hugh, please sign these.
Just leave them here.
Hugh, please don't be angry. Today's incident was my fault. I'll keep a closer eye on Sam. I promise he won't—
Call me Mr. Grimm at work. Even if I put you here, you'll need to be professional.
Be professional? Everyone knows I'm the one he truly loves. Even his relationship with Eve is kept secret. But now he asks me to be professional? Hugh, didn't you say you liked me? What's going on with you?
Mr. Irvin isn't quite used to her assistant role. Let her rotate through other departments. and bring her back after evaluation.
Hugh, I've realized my mistakes. I promise it won't happen again. Please, can you not do this to me?
Work is work. Miss Wilde never cried in front of me at the office.
I got it. Eve, you're still a nuisance even after leaving.
Thank you.
I'll know the flavor Caleb likes after he tries this. Where are they? Caleb! I got you fried chicken. Come down and try it. These are Caleb's family drawings. But not even one includes me.
Mr. Grimm, would you be my model?
I'm busy. I don't have time. Eve, where are you and Caleb?
I thought I'd be devastated after leaving him, but it turns out that not having to wait for someone who doesn't love you is such a... I no longer have to make breakfast for Hugh early in the morning. I no longer have to endure his harsh remarks. Turns out that separation feels so great.
Mom, if only we had left Mr. Grimm earlier.
Hugh used to think that the amusement park was a waste of time and wouldn't let Caleb go. But I just want my son to be happy now. Do you like the drink?
Mr. Grimm, bad news.
Why are you panicking?
The client backed out of a project that was handled by Miss Wilde. The project is now stalled.
You should find her instead of me. Call her now and tell her to solve it. Let's see what kind of excuse you come up with for not showing up. Forget it. Tell her to come to my office. Let her know I want her to handle this.
Mr. Grimm, Miss Wilde has resigned. We couldn't contact her.
Resigned? Who approved it? I wasn't aware of this.
Miss Wilde said her husband is working abroad. She's bringing her son to reunite with him abroad. That's why she resigned.
Why didn't you tell me about such an important matter?
Mr. Grimm, you've already demoted Miss Wilde to an ordinary employee. We followed company regulations. That's why her resignation doesn't require your approval. Mr. Grimm, how are we gonna solve this?
Where's Caleb? Did you see him?
No.
He still can't let go of me after all. He's here to pick up Sam.
Maybe he knows he's the witch's son. He's too scared to come to school.
What did you say?
Caleb is the witch's son. You should be my dad.
Who allowed you to say that?
The kid at the preschool have been saying that ever since the parent-teacher meeting. His house and his dad should have belonged to my mom and me. Let me go!
Hugh! Sam is just a kid. If you have a problem, take it out on me.
Really? I really should take it out on you. He's just a kid. He could say such a thing because you taught him to.
Caleb called you dad in front of so many people. People are able to guess what's going on.
Dad!
What did you call me?
Mr. Grimm.
That's why Caleb has been constantly laughed at. I'm his dad, and yet I'm at the parent-teacher conference for another kid.
You can misunderstand me all you want, but Sam is still a kid. He's innocent. Can't you give him some fatherly love? Hugh! Hugh!
Mom, it seems like Daddy Hugh has changed. He doesn't treat me the way he used to.
What's the use of me raising you? Don't you know how to win his favor? Our future and stability depends entirely on him. Is this how you're doing it? Huh? Tell me!
But he never treated me like this before. He'll defend me when you scold me.
You have to never say this! He wouldn't be treating us like this if you hadn't scribbled on his contract. You're good for nothing and an embarrassment! Hurry up and leave!
The kids have gone home. You're...
Miss Lead. May I know if Caleb has been coming to school recently?
I remember now. You're Caleb's dad. The one who came to the parent-teacher meeting with another woman's son?
Is Caleb...
Caleb is the most outstanding among all the kids. But everyone has been talking behind his back because of what you've done. He's too embarrassed to go to school.
Sam is not my son.
There's no point telling me this. Caleb's mom has withdrawn him from school.
When did that happen?
It was the day after the parent-teacher meeting.
The parent-teacher meeting made her decide to leave. How could she be so heartless?
I don't have any other information besides the certificates he didn't take. You should leave.
Dad, you're home.
I already told you not to call me Dad.
I'm sorry, Mr. Grimm.
It's fine if you dislike me, but Caleb is your son. You're his dad. Do you have to hurt him like this?
Mr. Grimm, I have the information. Miss Wilde has been gone with Caleb for 3 days now.
Where's she now? Where's she now?
I'm checking. Please give me some time. Miss Wilde has cut off all contact. We can't get in touch with her.
Hurry up!
Hello. The number you have dialed is currently turned off.
How dare she block me?
Hello?
Eve Wilde! How dare you block me? Leaving home on your own is one thing, but you even withdraw Caleb from school!
You can ignore my calls and dismiss me, so why can't I block you? Hugh Grimm, who do you think you are?
Eve Wilde, I'm giving you one chance. Come back right now!
I'm sorry. Caleb and I have given you 7 years, but you didn't cherish it. Our relationship has come to an end.
Eve Wilde, is this your true nature? You just want me to beg you!
What's wrong with him?
Say something! Leaving on your own's one thing, but you even took Caleb with you. Are you?
Hugh Grimm, you treat Caleb differently than I do. You treat Caleb differently than I do. Do you want him to follow some stranger who won't let him call him dad instead of coming with me? You've already traumatized his childhood. I don't want you to ruin his entire life.
I treated Caleb that way because of you. He wouldn't have to live in such a difficult situation if you hadn't schemed against me back then.
You promised Caleb that you'd attend his parent-teacher meeting, but you went because of Fiona Irvine's son instead, Hugh Grimm. I could still cover up for your indifference towards Caleb before Fiona came back, but he's not dumb. Do you think he doesn't know what you're doing?
Eve Wilde, come back. We should communicate and solve the problem face to face.
Communicate? You don't deserve it anymore. You've lost both of us forever.
Eve Wilde, what's the attitude? Do you think I'm begging you?
I know. You never beg me. You're commanding me. That's what you've been doing for years.
You have a bad taste. Another one.
Here, drink this for your hangover.
You'll do. As I say. Just do what I mean. Without my command. Don't interfere with my life.
Hugh Grimm, I'm not obligated to listen to you. Hugh Grimm, I'm not obligated to listen to you.
Eve Wilde, what kind of example are you setting by taking my son away like this?
By leaving with Caleb, we're making room for Fiona. You haven't been back ever since she brought her son back. Everything you do revolves around her. Hugh, why are you coming to me if you care so much about Fiona?
Eve Wilde, who care about and who I won't is none of your concern.
I know you like Fiona. Since Caleb and I have left, you three can live together happily. I wish you all the best.
I never said I want to be with Fiona. Eve Wilde, I'm telling you, the more unreasonable you are, the more I hate you.
Yes. I can't compare to Fiona, the one you constantly think about and adore. Why are you still coming to me if you despise me so much? Hugh Grimm, do you want both of us?
No. Can you stop saying these meaningless things? Come back right now. Let's talk this through. Eve Wilde, you have 1 hour.
I'll never return.
You know very well what I'm capable of. Don't make me do it.
Hugh Grimm, don't make us hate you.
Eve Wilde, you have to come back no matter what! If you dare to defy me, I can still bring you back even if you run to the end of the earth! Don't believe me? Let's wait and see.
Don't ever call me again. From now on, I'll call the cops if you come near me. Bring it on. I'm ready.
Leave with nothing. A divorce. Eve Wilde, you'll never be able to get away from me for the rest of your life.
What's wrong? He won't reply my messages nor answer my calls. Why would you treat me like this? Was it because I made a small mistake at work? As if he hasn't made any mistakes. He's no shivers after all.
Don't be too discouraged. That's how men are. They want what they can get. He can't stop thinking about you when he can't have you back then. Now that Eve Wilde has left, he can't stop thinking about her.
What do I do? I can't just stand by and watch.
Everything will be solved if we make Eve Wilde disappear.
Tina, this is against the law. I'll be jailed if the cops come after us. Tina, this is against the law. I'll be jailed if the cops come after us.
No one will be able to find you if we handle it properly without leaving a trace. Besides, Eve Wilde ran with her son. Who knows what kind of accident might happen? It's different if the accident happens abroad rather than here.
But
don't be soft-hearted at this critical moment. Don't you want to be with Hugh? Don't you want the boundless wealth?
Of course I do. I worked so hard to get to this point.
It's solved. You can't secure a position if you're not ruthless. If it weren't for Eve Wilde interfering, you and Hugh would have been together a long time ago. It's completely justifiable to remove obstacle that is Eve Wilde. What are you waiting for?
Mr. Grimm, I found Mrs. Grimm's location.
Where?
Mrs. Grimm and Mr. Caleb are staying here. They're near the border.
Hello?
Mr. Grimm, bad news. Fiona tried to commit suicide.
What? I'll be there now.
Mr. Grimm, what about Mrs. Grimm?
We're talking about human life!
I really don't understand you. It's something that could have been settled once and for all, but you have to drag it out like this. You should get ready now. Make sure you don't slip up in front of Hugh later. Hugh isn't dumb, like Eve Wilde.
I know, but I'm still afraid. After all, I have a kid. I have to think about Sam. I can't let him have a mom with a criminal record.
By the way, when did you have Sam? Did you sleep with Hugh before having him? Can you pin it on him? Say something.
I've never slept with Hugh.
What? No way! You used to tell me that Hugh was deeply in love with you and couldn't live without you.
He told me he loved me a lot. He wanted to save this beautiful moment for our wedding night.
You shouldn't have run away from the wedding a month before. You must regret it now.
Who would have thought that the struggling Grimm Corp could bounce back like that? I would never have left if I had known it would turn out like this.
Forget it. Don't think about the past. What you need to do now is stand tall. Your only advantage right now is that you're his first love, the one who got away. But he has been married to that woman for 7 years. They even have a son together. He must have a special relationship with both of them.
Tina, what do I do now?
Hey, you're a patient who tried to commit suicide. However, Hugh probably hasn't realized yet that his love has already faded. Otherwise, he shouldn't have hated you by now after all the things you've done to upset him. You're harmed yourself now. He'd probably come over because your past relationship.
Yes. What should I do now? Hugh, you're here. Hugh, you're here.
Why would you do such a thing when everything's fine?
I think I deserve it. Hugh, it's all my fault. If it weren't for me, Eve wouldn't have left with her son. I'm a sinner. I've wronged all of you. I can only atone with my death.
Don't cry. It's not your fault.
It's my fault. If it weren't for me, Eve wouldn't have left with her son.
Get some rest. Don't think too much. Fiona, I have to go. Listen to the doctor.
What? You just got here.
Hugh, are you leaving? Do you hate me?
I'm busy with work. I'm glad you're okay now. Stop overthinking. Rest well. I'm leaving.
He doesn't love you anymore. Fiona, hurry up. End Eve's life.
Get there as fast as possible.
Mr. Grimm, the weather in the city is unpredictable. The road ahead has been washed out by a mudslide. We can't leave today.
Hey, I can finally get a hold of a busy guy like you. I heard your wife and son ran away.
She's really become quite capable recently. She has the nerve to run away. She thinks I'll cry and beg her to return if she runs away. How delusional.
Oh, she's acting all proud now. Have you ever considered that this is your...
She's the one who was wrong. Not me. She gets what she deserved.
Stop being so stubborn. Think about it. Have you been doing well since Eve left? My dear Mr. Grimm, you still don't get it yet. It's impossible not to have feelings after 7 years together. Don't wait until they're with another guy to regret it. My friend, think carefully. Fiona ran away a month before the wedding because you're not doing well. You're poor. Think about it carefully. She only contacted you after you became successful. Think about it carefully. She only contacted you after you became successful. Hugh, it takes a moment to cross paths, but a lifetime to truly connect. Eve stood by you without hesitation during your toughest times. She's the one who truly loves you. Don't let down someone who truly cares about you.
Mr. Grimm, we can go to the airport now.
The number you have dialed is no longer in service.
Miss Irvin, how can I help?
Where's Hugh? He's not answering my calls.
He went to look for Mrs. Grimm. Miss Irvin, I can relay your message to him.
It's all right.
I told you so. I was right. He has already started to realize his feelings for Eve.
What's 15 minus 4?
11.
Are you sure? Think again?
Mom.
Don't be afraid. Robbers wouldn't make so much noise. Do your homework. I'll take a look.
Eve Wilde, I know you're inside. Open up!
It's Mr. Grimm.
He won't leave us alone.
Mom, let's not open the door. He'll get tired of knocking and leave.
We can't do that. It's late. He might disturb the neighbors. Stay here and do your homework. Don't come out. I'll deal with him. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Eve Wilde. You've gotten quite bold, huh? How dare you go out behind my back? Now that I've come to find you in person, are you satisfied?
I don't have to beg you to leave.
You'll only end up in a place like this after leaving me.
I don't have to be a dad to my ex's kid, nor do I have to carry a family with me. We can get by just fine.
You're jealous, after all.
Jealous? You should go and get your head checked.
Enough! Stop pretending. I'll give you a chance considering we've been together for 7 years. I won't hold the past against you if you come back with me now. Eve Wilde, are you done yet?
I really don't need to explain anything to an arrogant man like you. Did you sign the divorce agreement I left at home?
How dare you divorce me? Dream on. Don't even think about getting rid of me. In this lifetime.
Isn't it enough that I'm letting you be with her now?
Are you serious?
What else?
Stop messing around. I get it. You're just mad at Fiona. Don't worry. I promise I'll never contact her again, as long as you come back with me.
I think you might not have seen that agreement. I've printed many copies. I'll go get it for you. I've signed this divorce agreement. I'll only take what's mine. Sign it. What do you mean by this?
I don't agree to divorce. Eve, don't ever think about leaving me.
Are you reluctant to let me go? Are you reluctant to let me go? Do you like me? Hugh. You like me. Hugh Grimm, you actually like me. Don't touch me.
Eve Wilde.
You disgust me.
Are you crazy? How dare you talk to me like that? You clearly...
Is it clear that I love you? Yes, I did love you a lot. But I'm a human. I'm not your plaything. What makes you think you can take advantage of my love to hurt me again and again without any restraint? What makes you think that after hurting me, you can just say I love you? And I'll happily forgive you and go back to you. What makes you think that? I still love you? What makes you think that?
What about our son?
Do you think Caleb will want to return to the previous relationship?
Fine. If you want a divorce, I won't give you custody of our son. Don't even think about seeing him again. Think carefully. You'll never see him again. Have you really made up your mind?
You're despicable. You clearly don't treat him like your own son, yet you still want to keep him by your side. How could you be so cruel?
Because he's my son.
You're a jerk!
Come back with me now. I'll treat both of you well from now on. We'll also be a happy family. Eve, I'm sure you don't want Caleb to grow up without a mom.
Dream on! I only acknowledge Mom. You're no dad of mine!
You have no say in this.
Mom, don't worry about me. Just divorce Dad. I'll take care of myself. Don't worry about me. I'll protect you when I grow up.
Hugh Grimm, I hate you. I hate you.
Hating me is better than forgetting me.
I'll go back with you, Hugh. Since you want me to go back with you so badly, don't regret it.
Of course I won't. I'll treat you both well.
Mom!
Caleb, I'll always be with you until you grow up, no matter what. I can't stay here anymore!
He'll have even less pity for you if you get discharged now.
But Hugh has brought back that woman! I regret trying to commit suicide! I should have gone abroad! It's better to take action there than here!
All right. Hindsight is 20/20. You can only take action in a country. That being said, Eve Wilde is way more scheming than you. You're the one with poor judgment.
I've been back for half a month now. I've also returned to his company. He hasn't reached out to Fiona during this time. He even fired her. But I know, a leopard can't change its spots. I'm just waiting for an opportunity. Hugh, you'll never be worthy. Mr. Grimm, here are the documents to sign.
Just call me Hugh.
We're in the office. Please be mindful of your boundaries.
We're in the office. Don't call me by my first name. Call me Mr. Grimm. I've already publicly announced that you're my wife. There's no need to hide this.
Just sign the documents. I have other things to handle.
Eve Wilde, I'm going to end your life! Are you ready? It's already been a week. How much longer will it take?
We are ready. We can take action today.
Eve Wilde, let's see how you'll survive.
I'll drive today.
I have some work to finish. How about you take my car and pick up Caleb?
Sure.
Hugh,
What's wrong?
what would you do if Fiona wants to harm me?
Fiona's a kind person. She'd never harm you. I already said. I won't be in touch with her anymore. Stop throwing dirt on her.
Looks like some things are better left unsaid. He'll find out for himself when he sees it firsthand.
The bridge's not working!
What would you do if Fiona wants to harm me?
Fiona's a kind person. She'd never harm you. I already said. I won't be in touch with her anymore. Stop throwing dirt on her.
I'm sorry. The doctor said you're in a vegetative state. No further treatment can be done. Fiona and the perpetrator have both been sentenced. It's life imprisonment. Her son has been sent to the orphanage. At least they've been punished. One shouldn't be too greedy. You still think about your first love despite having a family. You even abused me. You should have known that. You'd face the consequences. And now? It's here. I'll keep extending your life support. And check in from time to time to update you on how Caleb and I are doing. But that's all I'll do. Hugh, we'll part ways and live our own lives. I've taken control of all the clients ever since I returned to the company. The company is entirely centered around me. This way, I can ensure Caleb grows up happy and safe.